Hello everyone, welcome to my channel proChem Academy. Now today I will discuss about the physical and chemical change of class 9 book of ICSE. Now in the video classes, that means the last videos of class 9, you have seen that I have discussed the study of gas laws. Okay, now that chapter is totally completed. Now you see those videos. If you have any doubt, you can ask me over comment box. I will upload again other videos on the study of gas laws. Okay, now today I will start the physical and chemical change. It is very important chapter from class 9 book. Physical and chemical changes. Physical and chemical changes. Okay, now it is only for class 9 students. Okay, those are following the class 9 book. Okay, so what is chemical change and what is physical change? We only know that changes are two types, physical and chemical change here only. Now in physical change, the composition of the substances will not change, but in chemical change, the composition of substance will be changed. Okay, so in physical change, composition of substances will not change, will not vary. It will be fixed. But in chemical change, composition of the substances will be changed. Now here we will discuss only about the chemical change. Okay, about the chemical reaction. So what is chemical reaction? The change actually in which two or more compounds or molecules may react together to form different compounds. Okay, and the compounds which are taking part in the reaction, their composition will be totally changed. That's why it is a chemical change. So chemical reaction is a chemical change where the compounds or the substances which are taking part in the reaction, their composition will be totally changed. Now the substances which are taking part in the reaction, they are called reactants. Okay, and the compounds which are forming after the reaction or by the reaction between the reactants are called products. Okay, so the chemical reaction, in a chemical reaction, it will be reactants will react together to form the products. Now, before writing the products, you have to give one arrow to show the chemical reaction. Reactants to products. Okay. Say a chemical reaction A plus B. These two are the reactants, and after reacting, they are forming C plus D. So these two are the products. These two are the C and D are the products. Okay. Now, certain effects are there which can affect on the chemical reaction. Okay, so those effects actually heat, temperature, pressure, pH of a reaction, concentration, those can vary and it can affect on a chemical reaction. So we will see some reactions may be carried out by the heating, that means heat is required for those reactions, or temperature is required, or pressure is required, light is required. Okay, so some of the examples we will see that where the heat is required, light is required, okay, for a chemical reaction. Okay, so that one I will start. So I am erasing this one just now. Okay, depending upon the heat required or heat released for a chemical reaction, depending upon the heat, the chemical changes are two types. Okay, depending on the heat required and heat released, chemical changes are two types. One is exothermic change, very important, exothermic change. In this change, in exothermic change, heat will be released. The chemical change in which heat will be released, that change is called exothermic change. That means heat released. Heat released. That change is called exothermic change. Okay. Now see a chemical change. You are showing a chemical change where heat is released. That that can be done here, that can be shown like this, that when carbon is burned in presence of oxygen, it will form carbon dioxide. Now here lots of amount of heat energy will be released. Energy will be released as heat, okay, and that you have to show by plus heat. So for exothermic reaction you have to show like this, that you have to add plus heat here, so that we will recognize that this change is chemical exothermic change, okay, heat is required. Okay, now again endothermic change. Endothermic change. Now endothermic change means the change, the chemical change in which heat is absorbed. Okay, heat is absorbed, that means heat energy is absorbed. Okay, example what you can say, the decomposition of calcium carbonate, it needed around 1100 degrees centigrade temperature, that means it is absorbed to form calcium oxide and carbon dioxide, and here it is absorbed, so we have to write like this, minus heat. Now as it is change of heat, we can write like this, heat is written as H and change of heat means del H. So if anybody write like this, that instead of heat, or you can write del H also, okay. So these two are the example of exothermic change and endothermic change. So these are very important, definition of exothermic change and definition of endothermic change. Okay, now we will classify the chemical reaction. Okay, the chemical reaction are how many types are there, we will classify the chemical reactions. These are the chemical changes, these are the classification of a chemical change. Now we will go into the reactant and product side. In a chemical reaction, the substances which are taking part in the reaction, they are the reactants, and which are forming in a chemical reaction, they are the products. So reactant to products. Okay, so how many types of chemical reactions are there, we will discuss. Okay, copy this one. Okay, written, so I will listen this one. Okay, now we will discuss the classification or the types of chemical reaction. Types of chemical reaction. First of all, direct combination reaction. Direct combination reaction. Now it is nothing but when two molecule, atoms of molecule directly join together to get the product, to form the product. That is the direct combination reaction. Okay, say A and B join together to form AB. It is the direct combination reaction. Example, C plus O2 to form CO2. It is the direct combination reaction. Okay, very important. Next, other direct combination reactions are there. Okay, next, decomposition reaction. Decomposition reaction. Now decomposition reaction means by the action of heat or pressure or anything, one compound, one substance, one reactant will decompose to form two or more several substances. It is called decomposition reaction. Okay, now if in that reaction heat is required, that will be thermal decomposition reaction. Okay, so say calcium carbonate is heated to form calcium oxide plus carbon dioxide. Now this is decomposition reaction. Calcium carbonate is decomposed to form calcium oxide plus carbon dioxide. It is decomposition reaction. Generally what we can say, that AB is decomposed to form A plus B. Okay, or AB can decompose to form C plus D also. So just several things is confirmed. We can write C plus D also. Defined product will be formed. Okay, so it is the decomposition reaction. Or A decomposed to form B plus C. A decomposed to form B plus C. Then next is displacement reaction, chemical displacement reaction. Now it means one atom will displace other atom in a substance. Okay, like say we have AB, a substance, and is reacting with C. So if A is displaced here by C, so we will have CB plus A. So this kind of reaction is displacement reaction. Normally, say one example, copper sulfate when reacts with Fe. Now Fe here, it is more reactive element than copper. So when a more reactive element reacts with a salt of less reactive element, when more reactive element reacts with salt of less reactive element, then the more reactive element will displace the less reactive element in the salt, and differently less reactive element will get. It is less reactive element. Okay, so this reaction is called chemical decomposition displacement reaction. Okay, done. So copy this one, written. So I'm erasing this one. Okay, now next is double decomposition reaction, double displacement reaction. Okay, double displacement reaction. Now double displacement reaction means when two or more substances in its aqueous solution react together by exchanging their ions. When two or more substances in aqueous solution reacts together by exchanging their ions, that is called double displacement reaction. Okay, say sodium chloride. In its aqueous solution, it forms Na plus and Cl minus. Okay, in aqueous solution, it reacts with silver nitrate in aqueous solution, silver nitrate. Okay, to form Ag plus plus NO3 minus. Now they will exchange their ions. That means sodium Na plus will combine with NO3 minus and Ag plus will combine with Cl minus. Okay. So what we will get when sodium chloride reacts with AgNO3, silver nitrate, then by exchanging their ions it will form sodium nitrate plus silver chloride. Now there will be a precipitate of silver chloride which is white color precipitate, white color. So this reaction can be regarded as precipitation reaction. It is under the double displacement reaction. It is okay, but as precipitate is forming here, so it is the precipitation reaction. Okay. So we have in double displacement reaction, one is precipitation reaction. Next, neutralization reaction can be also there under the double displacement reaction. Okay, say ammonium hydroxide, it is a base. So in aqueous solution it will form NH4 plus OH minus. It will form NH4 plus OH minus. Now when reacts with one acid means it mainly reacts with HCl. So when it reacts with HCl, what will it form? This ammonium ion will react with this chlorine to form NH4Cl, which is a salt, plus this OH will add with this hydrogen to form H2. Okay, so this is nothing but neutralization reaction, because this base is neutralized by this acid to form salt and water. So neutralization reaction is an example of double displacement reaction. Okay, so today's video is up to this. Next day we will classify more classifications are there, like reversible, irreversible reactions. Some reactions are there where we will see catalyst will take part. Okay, so those reactions we will discuss in the next video. So if you like this video, then do like, comment and subscribe my channel to get more videos, and just hit the bell icon so that whenever I upload the video you will get the notification. Thank you everyone.